what's happening, friendly ghost friendlies and non-friendlies? We're just going to talk a little bit about Avatar Legends, the fighting game. I missed a couple of news that happened. Kyoshi, the gameplay drop, gameplay trailers, the exhibition that happened. So I'm going to just run down a couple of things I found interesting. Kyoshi is a character who's very tall in stature, and it is exhibited in her range. She has the longest range in the game thus far, but with her normals. So her crouching medium goes more or less full screen. She has a low that goes just about full screen. And see, potentially, the scary thing about that is you can probably confirm that, like maybe she can get her level, her ultra out of that. But yeah, she's got a low full screen that trips you. She has big normals is all around. Her heavies and standing mediums go egregiously far. But she works differently as a character, like on a systematic level. So while other characters, they function where when they do a flow parry, where they parry everything and they lose to grabs. When you parry, you build super meter after a certain amount of time. Yeah, and the longer you do it, the more you build super. But you're losing your flow gauge, your chi gauge, which is the blue bar. Kyoshi, however, works the opposite way, whereas she does still parry all attacks and it loses the throws. However, she builds her flow chi gauge from doing the parry stance. So guess what that means? That means she can just stay still and just build super meter with no repercussions unless you get up close to throw her, to grab her. The only way you can touch her is she's just going to be full screen parrying the whole time. Zoners, good luck. She's going to be full screen just building super meter. And the only way you can potentially stop her is if you get up close and try to grab her. She also has normals that go pretty much full screen. So good luck, you know, have at it, you know, unless you're Aang, Azula, I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. Kyoshi also heals when she's in idle stance for a certain amount of time. She puts her hand on her neck and she starts healing. This is worth noting because she's not the only character who can heal. Katara can also heal. However, when Kyoshi heals, it's just an idle animation, right? It's just an idle. It's not a move. It's just idle, which means there's no recovery on it. So that's another thing. So in other words, Kyoshi is a character who you are going to have to approach her. You don't have to approach her that closely before she can start, you know, touching you. But you're going to have to approach her and get up in that ass, because if you don't, she's just going to be building super meter the whole time and, you know, killing you. The other difference about Kyoshi is she has a 1100 health. It's the most in the game thus far. But also, just her special moves by themselves cost meter. They aren't free, they cost meter. Every special move that she does costs some form of meter. Her just regular standard special moves cost meter. Her flow meter, but then she can also recover her meter just by doing the parry, and she's also building her super meter at the same time. Again, you're going to have to get up close and get in that ass if you ever want to touch Kyoshi, right? This is just me theorizing, right? This is how it's going to play out. So, you know, she's just going to be just imposing boss-like character who just is always going to be building resources. Another thing about Kyoshi, the more super meter that she has, the faster her chi recovers. So again, everything just sort of feeds into itself. The more super meter she has when she's at max super at 7 bars, her eyes glows and goes like into the avatar state like appearance. And then she starts recovering her flow much faster, right? Like on some putting the training options on automatic refill type of fast. You know, she starts recovering it as if she's never lost it. So yeah, she's a monster. She's an actual monster. Yeah, that's just about covering the most unique traits of Kyoshi that I've found thus far, just from observing. She's looking pretty vicious, to say the least, you know. And her support characters, you know, what you see in the trailers is about as much as I can tell you. She can control her air walking, her dust stepping. She can control the angle of that, and the other ones she can like control like her stomp. And with Rangi, she can control. She gets better follow-ups. Just her follow-up moves just get bigger, and it leaves a flame carpet when she does her fire breath. That's all I got. What's not in the trailer is that her level 1 super, her 4-bar super, is a command grab. Yeah, this is a command grab, presumably unjumpable. So I've seen some comments saying that she's not a command grab character. She has a 4-bar command grab super, which technically there's 3 characters in the game with command grabs. It's Korra, Toph, and then now Kyoshi. Kyoshi with her level 1 super, which is 4 bars. Korra with her 2-bar EX move. And Toph with her level 7, her 7-bar super, or her true chakra art, is a command grab. Also, I believe Toph also has a regular command grab that they added after the alpha test, I believe, which is she just grabs you on the ground and then she takes you into the air and transitions into the air grab variant of it, and so you could probably get a extension afterwards. I think they added that after the alpha test. So yeah, those are the 3 characters with a command grab thus far. So yeah, she's just building meter the whole time. She could build super meter freely. Yeah, that's pretty scary. Azula, on the other hand, they say this Azula is a very execution heavy character, or at least a more execution heavy. She has several different just frames. Some of them are within 2 frames, and some of them maybe might be 1 frame. Who knows? But they say that she has some that are just very, very difficult to land, and they extend her combos. One of them is on her lightning super, which is 4 bars. So you can hit a just frame on her lightning and get the quickest release, but also get the full power of it. So what happens when she hits you with lightning, it takes away a lot of your chi flow gauge. And as of what they shown, it takes away 2 bars if it just hits you with it regularly. If she hits you with the fully charged version or the just frame version, it takes away all 4 bars of your flow. And in Fire Lord mode, she allegedly has no just frames whatsoever. So she's very much just brawler, getting your face style character. Yeah, and that's more or less everything that I have to take away from this. We also have some new footage, or not new footage. We have a, let me get this up real quick. So we have this thing right here, right on your full screen, brother. There we go. We have this story mode select screen, which is so Zahir and Ozai, and some sort of level up system, and chapter select, and apparently some sort of shop from Momo. They said they're going to show this off very soon, so this video might be redundant. This portion of the video might be redundant. Potentially, you pick a character and you go through the campaign. I wonder if it means that each character has their own campaign, or is this like one story collective, and you go through it with a specific character. And I wonder if the levels are specified to the character. It seems like it is based on, the name tag and placement, that the levels and, so forth are based on the character that you pick. That would be so sick if they just the story mode is just have fun, just have fun and with bullshit video game stuff, go through an obstacle course and try to dodge set moves and setups and try to survive this wave of attacks. And I think that would be so sick, because they could do that too, because they got unblockable moves and lightning. They could technically do that and just create an obstacle course for you to try to survive in. That could be something that they do. I don't know if it was what they will do, is what I hope they do. That's cool. That's what I dream about. It's what I dream about. So there's 2 more characters on the screen that aren't here. Don't know if it's because they're excluded from story mode or not. Maybe they're just specific, like you need to get a certain point in story mode. I don't know. But yeah, there's Avatar, a later version of Aang, and a later version of Korra would be the final 2 characters in this game that aren't shown on the screen. We don't know what versions of these characters it is going to be necessarily. I can only imagine it's going to be Aang in the finale and Korra in the season 3 finale. I can only imagine that's what the 2 characters are going to be. Whether it's going to be Korra with the chain on her arm and she's like a complete brawler and then Hulk-like character and just like completely going berserk, which is, what I hope it is. And Aang just, with his season 3 outfit, finale outfit, and he's just doing all the elements. And there's a money system, apparently. Money system, and the shop. Money system and the shop. I have no idea what the unlockables are going to be in this game. What are you going to be spending money for? Maybe you spend money to level up your character. That could be, that's probably something that's going to be, you know, we'll see how that works. I think it's interesting, and I think they should sell this as much as they possibly can. They should be showing this and showcasing this, because Avatar fans will probably like this a lot more than just seeing, you know, the fighting game portion of it. But yeah, that's pretty cool. That's going to wrap it up for me. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I'll bid y'all further ado. May peace be with you. Always keep your heads up. Dueces, toes, both ideals, stay cool. And if you like this content, be sure to show some love, but always be sure to show that love to the people who matter to you. This is ITOwl bidding you farewell. Peace, much love, and stay cool. Deuces.